The importance of humility in modern life. Part 1. Humility and its role in Stoic philosophy. Hello everyone, welcome to Life Tales. Today we'll be exploring a core value not only in Stoic philosophy, but also in various cultures and religions worldwide. Humility. In a modern world where individualism is often prioritized, does humility still hold value? Is it a weakness, or could it be a hidden strength? 1. The concept of humility in Stoicism. To understand humility, we need to return to its roots in Stoic philosophy. In the works of great Stoic thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, humility is regarded as one of the fundamental virtues. Humility in Stoicism does not mean undervaluing oneself, but rather having a clear awareness of one's limitations and abilities. 2. Why is humility important in modern life? Consider this. We live in an era where everyone is easily drawn into social media, where people try to showcase themselves. We want to be recognized, liked, and valued. But this focus has caused us to gradually forget an essential element: humility. If everyone strives to be the best, the strongest, can we still collaborate and grow together? 3. Humility is not weakness. So, what exactly is humility? It's not about denying oneself or always placing oneself below others. Humility is the ability to acknowledge one's weaknesses and continuously learn. Humility helps us open our minds, accept that our knowledge is limited, and that there is always more to learn from the world around us. That's a brief look at the concept of humility in Stoic philosophy. Next, we'll dive deeper into various aspects, from humility in communication to how it helps us build better relationships and create a meaningful life. Part 2. Humility in communication and daily interactions. To better understand, let's look at how humility affects our communication and daily interactions. 1. The importance of listening in communication. Imagine a simple situation. When we talk to someone, it's easy to think that we know the most and express our opinions freely. But Stoic humility encourages us to do the opposite, to listen more. Humility helps us realize that everyone has their unique experiences and knowledge, and we can learn from them. 2. Self-awareness and recognizing ego. Stoicism teaches that a large ego is often the root of conflicts and misunderstandings. When we overly focus on our ego, we tend to reject others' opinions and rigidly defend our arguments. But humility helps us open up and accept that our viewpoints may not always be correct. 3. Applying humility in daily situations. We can practice humility in simple daily situations. For example, when someone shares a story, instead of trying to respond right away, try pausing for a few seconds to reflect and empathize. This is not only courteous, but also shows respect and willingness to learn from others. Humility in communication helps us build better relationships and is a way to improve ourselves, allowing us to recognize and correct our shortcomings. Next, we'll explore the role of humility in learning and knowledge cultivation. Part 3. Humility in learning and knowledge. Next, let's look at how humility can help us become lifelong learners, always open to new knowledge. 1. Accepting our imperfections. Stoicism teaches that knowledge is limitless, and each of us only knows a tiny fraction. Humility helps us accept the fact that, no matter how hard we try, we can't know everything. This understanding helps us set aside arrogance, always ready to learn and improve. 2. Humility makes receiving feedback easier. Humble people are more receptive to feedback because they don't see themselves as the center. This makes them better each day. Humility enables us to view criticism not as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to grow. 3. Applying humility to learning. When we practice humility, learning becomes more enjoyable and effective. We no longer feel embarrassed about not knowing something. Instead, we're willing to ask questions and seek answers from others. Thus, humility is the key to broadening knowledge and helps us learn more comprehensively. Next, we'll explore humility in relationships and how it strengthens our bonds with others. Part 4. Humility in relationships and connecting with others. Humility not only applies to communication and learning, but is also crucial for building sincere and lasting relationships. 1. Putting others first. Stoic humility encourages us not to always put ourselves first in relationships. When we can step back and let others lead, we create a space where they feel safe and comfortable. 2. Avoiding arrogance and showing respect. When we act overly proud, we can make others feel uncomfortable or undervalued. Humble people know how to show respect and recognize the worth of others, leading to harmonious and stronger relationships. 3. Applying humility in family and friendships. In family and friendships, humility allows us to prioritize the relationship over personal ego. When we are willing to yield, listen, and empathize, we build trustworthy and enduring bonds. Humility not only helps us live harmoniously with others, but also brings joy and peace to our hearts. Next, we'll discuss how humility helps us maintain balance and happiness in life. Part 5. Facing the uncontrollable. In Stoic philosophy, one of the fundamental lessons is learning to accept what is beyond our control. Humility helps us understand that not everything in life will go our way, and facing the uncontrollable requires a calm and accepting attitude deep within. Humility is the key to embracing this principle naturally, reducing stress and anxiety in the face of adversity. 1. Accepting failure and mistakes. A part of accepting the uncontrollable is acknowledging that we won't always succeed, and that's entirely normal. Stoicism encourages us to see failures and mistakes as valuable lessons. Humility here is the recognition that we are not perfect, and our mistakes help us grow. This humility reduces defensiveness and helps us view our own mistakes positively. 2. Welcoming change with an open mind. In life, unexpected changes happen that we cannot control. Stoics understand that everything in life changes, from relationships and careers to health. To embrace these fluctuations without fear, we need humility to understand that we are small compared to nature's laws. Accepting change naturally allows us to let go of the past and welcome what lies ahead. 3. Learning to let go. Letting go is one of the most challenging yet essential practices in Stoicism. When facing the uncontrollable, humility helps us understand that holding on to things not meant for us only brings suffering. Humility enables us to let go gracefully, reducing disappointment and hurt when it's time to part with something. Part 6. Humility in relationships. Humility is not only a personal attitude, but a necessary quality in all relationships. A humble person respects others' opinions, knows how to listen, and empathizes. In relationships from family to society, humility is a core element in building trust, respect, and harmony. 1. Listening and respecting others' opinions. Listening is an expression of humility in relationships. A good listener doesn't elevate their perspective, but values the viewpoints of others. Stoicism emphasizes that each person has their own experiences and perspectives, and humility helps us open up to learn from others. 2. Learning forgiveness and tolerance. A humble person has a generous heart and forgives easily. Forgiveness is one of the clearest expressions of humility. Stoics believe that nobody is perfect, and each of us has our faults. Forgiveness frees us from past pain and helps us build strong relationships. 3. Not letting ego overshadow relationships. Ego is the enemy of humility. When it takes over, we easily fall into arguments and struggle to maintain calm in relationships. Stoic philosophy teaches us to prioritize the benefits of the relationship over personal ego. Humble people know how to compromise and give way to keep the peace. Part 7. Humility in work and career. Humility in work and career not only helps individuals grow sustainably, but also improves the overall work environment, promoting a culture of learning and collaboration. 1. Learning and embracing feedback. In the workplace, humble people are open to learning from anyone, regardless of position or skill level. Successful people understand that knowledge is limitless and everyone has something to teach us. Stoicism encourages us to value every learning opportunity because humility before knowledge makes us better every day. 2. Admitting mistakes and self-improvement. Humble people aren't afraid to admit mistakes. They know that no one is perfect, and mistakes are a part of growth. In the workplace, taking responsibility when errors occur helps individuals grow and creates a safe work environment. Part 8. Humility when facing challenges and hardships. Humility is essential when dealing with difficulties and failures. A humble person doesn't become overly confident in their abilities, but appreciates support from others. 1. Knowing one's limits. Humble individuals recognize their limits and avoid putting themselves in situations beyond their capabilities. Stoicism teaches us to know our strengths and weaknesses so we don't set ourselves up for failure. 2. Continuously learning and adapting. Instead of being complacent, humble people remain open to learning more. They are not afraid to admit shortcomings and seek improvement. Part 9. Applying humility in setting goals and plans. When setting goals, a humble person builds realistic plans and avoids self-delusion. 1. Setting goals based on ability. Humble people understand that setting overly high goals can easily lead to failure. Stoics believe in understanding oneself and setting achievable, practical goals. Accepting that success takes time. Humble people know that success requires persistence and patience. They don't rush, but take small steps every day to achieve their dreams. This patience gives them stability and inner peace on their journey. Part 10. Humility in accepting success. Humility not only helps us face failure, but also allows us to embrace success in a balanced and non-arrogant way. 1. Not letting success change who we are. Success can easily make us forget our true selves and become arrogant. A humble person understands that success is just one part of life's journey and doesn't let it overshadow their core values. 2. Acknowledging the contributions of others. When achieving success, a humble person knows how to thank those who helped along the way. They understand that no one can go far alone and always appreciate the support from family, friends, and colleagues. 3. Continuing to strive and improve. A humble person continues to learn and enhance their abilities, even after achieving success. They know there is always room for improvement and never stop working to grow. Part 11. Humility and mental health. Humility also has a positive impact on mental health, helping us maintain resilience and inner peace. 1. Reducing stress and pressure. Humility helps us feel less stressed by freeing us from the constant need to prove ourselves or be superior to others. Humble people easily feel content with what they have rather than chasing perfection. 2. Building healthy self-confidence. Humility does not mean belittling oneself. Rather, it is about having a balanced self-confidence. Humble people have strong self-assurance, but are not driven by an inflated ego. 3. Maintaining inner peace. Living with humility helps us retain inner peace and prevents us from being drawn into envy or competition. Humble people know life isn't a race and find satisfaction from within rather than from fame or wealth. Part 12. Humility in serving the community. Humility is not just a personal attitude, but also a way to contribute to and serve the community. 1. Willingness to contribute without expecting anything in return. A humble person participates in community activities with a true desire to help and make a difference, rather than seeking recognition or praise. 2. Respecting and understanding others. Humility helps us value differences and be open to learning from people of various backgrounds and perspectives. This builds a diverse and united community. 3. Leading with humility. A humble leader not only listens well, but also puts the community's interests above their own. They create an environment where everyone feels appreciated and encouraged to grow. In closing, we can see that humility is a crucial virtue in every aspect of life. It not only helps individuals grow, but also contributes to building a civilized and united society. Humility allows us to live authentically, be content with the present, and keep an open mind for learning and self-development. Modern life, with its fast pace and many pressures, can easily push us toward proving ourselves in constant comparison. However, a humble person knows how to stay grounded, avoid chasing superficiality, and focus on core values. They live a peaceful, satisfying, and meaningful life. Remember, humility is not weakness, but inner strength. It is the foundation for a life full of meaning and fulfillment. Stoic philosophy reminds us that to live rightly, we must cultivate ourselves and keep our hearts pure. Humility is the key that opens the door to this kind of life.
If you feel inspired by this story, please hit the like button to support us, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or the Zen stories you want to hear next. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next inspirational and peaceful moments. Your interactions are a source of encouragement for our journey. Thank you for accompanying us on the path of wisdom and enlightenment.